Welcome back. This year marked 65 years since the Korean War.
Tonight in The Price of Freedom, Josh Rowe has the story of a Hixson man who was with the 1st Army Division on the ground in Korea. Josh.
Latricia Calvin, the fight in Korea started on July 5th, 1950 with Task Force Smith. Curtis Henderson joined the fight a few days later. We talked to Mr. Henderson about the battles he fought and how they changed his life. In July of 1950, Curtis Henderson was 17 years old.
Now, they say the first United Nations, but we were the first group.
Curtis was in the 24th Infantry Division, the 1st Division in Korea. So the war is just starting when you set your feet on the ground there.
On the 3rd of July, we loaded up. We were on the water on the 4th, we unloaded on the 5th, and they were already fighting on the 5th.
They landed in Pusan. You go from Pusan to where?
To Taejon.
The Battle of Kum River, which is often considered part of the Battle of Taejon, began on July 14th. Curtis says the fighting intensified on the 16th.
Our half-track got blown up, and we went every which way. White phosphorous hit it, and I didn't even have my rifle. And I ran, supposed to, I didn't have a rifle, but we were surrounded. And so I came out on one of those old dirt roads like Georgia, red dirt, and it was full of dead soldiers. I about threw up. I was scared to death.
The Battle of Taejon continued for 5 more days.
On the 21st of July, we went over with 19,965, and on the 21st, we had lost 7,305. General MacArthur relieved us, and he said, "Y'all are effective, no longer division." 1st Cavalry relieved us. They said they won't do us like that. They got the same treatment we did and got pushed back into Pusan perimeter. This is my Army uniform.
Mr. Henderson joined the 19th Infantry in February and stayed in Korea until April 1951.
So after 10 months, we were getting ready for the spring offensive for the Chinese.
Yeah.
And First Sergeant called me in. We were digging in. He said, "How old are you?" And I said, "Well, why?" He said, "I didn't ask you that." He said, "I asked you how old you are." And I said, 17. He said, "Pack your bags." I said, "I don't want to go. I could have went anytime I wanted to."
All of this happened 65 years ago, and talking about it today still brings him to tears. The awful things he saw in combat and the friends he lost there.
Everybody on the 24th Division received from President Truman a Bronze Star. He said it was the greatest thing.
He said it was what?
It was the greatest stand since Custer. He gave us the President's Unit Citation, Bronze Star, and the President of Korea gave us a President's Unit Citation, and our unit got a President's Unit Citation.
Mr. Henderson's story does not end there. He's done some very incredible things since the war. We'll have more with Mr. Henderson and more on the Korean War coming up in the near future on The Price of Freedom.